Wavect, the web-free software company that understands what you want.
Everyone, welcome at Wavect. Today with a very special guest, Fernanda Boccard, who is NFT artist of the Serious and Cool People NFT. Thank you for being here, Fernanda. It's a pleasure talking with you. And today we're going to talk about the process of art. How does art actually get built or designed, or whatever you want to call it, right? So starting out, Fernanda, as said, it's a pleasure having you on here. And yeah, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit? What are your passions? What do you love doing? How does your day look like? And maybe if you want so, let us know what the Serious and Cool People NFT is.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me here. It's my pleasure. And yes, my name is Fernanda Boccard. I'm from Argentina. I live in Mexico City, and I've been painting since I was a child. And always loved being involved with art. And I started film and television because I wanted to work in films as an actress and as a director. So Serious and Cool People is a mix of all my passions, drawing, maybe storytelling, because every character has a story, and that comes from my background in film and television. And I love to dance and I love to cook. So I think my life is full of art in different kind of way, because cooking is, in my opinion, art too, because it's a way to express, myself. And my day look like I wake up very early, not very early, but between 7 and 8 a.m. I go to the gym and I work in Serious and Cool People the whole day, to be honest, doing personalized NFTs or derivatives, NFTs, or thinking about that, because to think is very important too.
Yeah, especially for creatives, right? You can't just start, right? 8 hour working, yeah, might not work
No, no,
out.
no,
Uh,
yes. Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
it's actually that's what I thought several times already. I'm not a creative, I'm a software engineer, right? But what I think creatives have a special challenge, right? They can't basically force themselves to work 14 hours a day, 12 hours a day. That doesn't work, right?
Yeah, thank you for understand that, because I know it's hard. And sometimes, for example, when I do customize NFTs, I always say I can that your NFT can be ready in a week ish. Ish, because I need time, because sometimes I don't feel, like to paint, and sometimes I need time for go and for a walk or do something different, because when you are working with your creative side, you need to do something different to, find the moment, the right moment.
Yeah, definitely, especially walking. That's what I discovered for myself, as well, is like it really frees your mind, right? And
Yeah.
there's a popular saying, right? If you are under the shower, you get the best ideas, right? And that's
And the
probably,
shower, yes.
yeah, not sure if it's in Argentina as well, but yeah.
Maybe, why not? I will try.
Yeah, awesome, super cool. As you just said, cooking is an art as well, from your point of view, right? So,
Yes, yes.
so what in general, I would be really curious about it now, is what do you actually consider art, right? Is it, yeah.
For me, art is a way to express oneself. Art could be cooking, painting, or maybe dancing or acting, because you are expressing what is inside your soul. So it's a way to show it outside. So for me, that's why when I cook, I can say, yes, I'm doing something related with art, because I'm meditating. I'm doing just one thing. I'm mixing ingredients. I'm smelling something. I'm cutting the ingredients, and I'm seeing colors. So for me, it's a way to express myself too. And then when I taste the food, I'm like a yes, I'm good at this, because I put all my love in doing something, a meal or whatever thing.
Love it. Yeah, in the end, it's about putting emotions into something, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
I really love that when, yeah, back then when I watched movies or TV, basically there were certain scenes in several movies where someone freaked out and basically with his anger, right, created a masterpiece.
Yes.
For example, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I
So
hear a lot of story about that.
yeah, do you have a story like that as well? I'm not sure.
Um, well, not really, but for example, Serious and Cold People, I did like a big book about different ideas for a collection. But then I decided to do characters because I love to draw people. But then they are serious because I'm not good at drawing smiles, not because they're serious. I'm not good at all. So I thought, okay, they are gonna be serious, but they need to be cool. And the coolest part is the story and the colors, but they are serious. I didn't do it because I was feeling sad. It's just because I am not good at drawing smiles. And the people sometimes asking me, hey, why they are serious? It's because they start doing things or saying things that I didn't think about that. It's just because I'm not good at drawing smiles. So maybe the limit is very good when you are creating something. Because if you have everything or every tools or every whatever things, I think it's hardest to focus or doing something, and the limit is very cool, and I think it's healthy when you are creating something.
Yeah, you can't do everything, right?
No.
That's, I think, as it always is, and maybe even should be, right? Because if you can't do everything, that basically means that you have certain things that you can do better than someone that can do much more in the broad, right? In the horizontal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
So
yes.
that's super cool. You said people ask you about drawing smiles, right? So it sounds a little bit like generative art. Am I wrong about that?
No, because I do the Zeros and Cool mix is about customized NFTs, which means that I turn real people into an NFT. Like
Super cool.
I always give the same example. If imagine that you have a Simpson, this series Simpson, but with your style. Imagine that they do, Kevin Simpson in one episode. This is what I do. I do a series and cool people, but it's and you can see that it's you. But of course, it's not realistic.
Yeah,
It's a
sure.
series and cool people, so it's my style.
Love it.
And I had only one person who asked me for a smile, and I was like, okay, but the name of the collection is Serious and Cool People. You need to be serious because I don't do a smile. And this is part of my brand. And yeah, so they ended up accepting that they are not going to smile. But the story is super cool. So yeah, you are
It
going to
is.
smile.
It is. Hey, I didn't notice until a few seconds ago that you actually perfectly made a tiny weakness to a strength, right? You
A what?
utilized
Sorry?
you
A what?
utilized a tiny weakness, right? That you are not the best at drawing smiles, right? To a strength
Yeah.
by
Ah,
basically
yes.
creating a brand around that. That's super
Yes,
cool.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. And now people when they comment on my post, they are saying, "Oh, this is seriously cool. This is so serious and cool." And I'm like, I'm feeling very proud of myself because it was because I'm not good at drawing smiles, and now the people is using that, on LinkedIn or on the comments.
Awesome. Yeah, I think there's no greater compliment as an artist, right? That people
Yeah,
actually like what you created for yourself, right? Because
absolutely,
it's,
yes.
yeah, purely created out of passion. Awesome. Do you actually do client work as well, or only your own NFT project?
Oh, yes, I do. I do. when I do NFTs, I always mint the NFTs in Sears and Co. People collection on OpenSea when I do customize or derivatives because I have some holders from, let's say, Dead Fellas or Wow Pixie, and they ask me for a derivatives for with my styles, of their NFTs, but I mint them on my own collection, and of course they can get it through OpenSea. But I had, for example, a couple months ago, I did a cover of for an NFT collection. It wasn't an NFT collection; it's a Web3 glossary about an astro armadillo, and of course they know how my style is, and they gave me totally freedom to do anything I want, and they were very happy with that. And they are from Dubai, and yes, I think that was one of my best experience because as an artist, you want and you need freedom to create, but you need maybe establish the guidelines and you need to know what the clients wants to achieve, and then the rest is part of the our creative process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, also totally understand that. So, are there, also, because I know that for myself, are there some client requests, derivatives where you say you don't want to do that, or when comes the point when you say, I want rather to express myself, but the client doesn't like my style or that direction I want to go? Do you basically say, okay, let's let's do that anyway? I'm all about customer satisfaction, or is it more like, um, it's my art, I want to decide how it looks?
Yes, I didn't get to that step because I always, read what the brand or client wants at the beginning, and then I decided if I want to do it or not.
Okay.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because for me it's important to be authentic with myself
Yeah.
and don't do something just because the client want. So for me it's very important at the beginning, you know what, hey, I don't know, any brand, this is my style, this is the colors that I can use doing your whatever things that you want me to do for you, and this is the way that I do it. This is the way that I work. If you like it, okay, we can do something together. But I received some offers doing, hey, can you do something with this style? And I'm like, no, I can't because it's not my style. So I'm very, maybe authentic, but of course I trust in myself and I respect myself first.
That's super important. I think
Yeah.
people really appreciate that as well, right? When you actually say you, uh, it's not the thing you actually want or can't do, right? People are really having respect for that. And as you
Yes.
said, it's super authentic. It's, yeah, basically being your true self, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect, super cool. When doing client projects, actually, I can imagine. Not sure if it's still that, or if companies or people still want to do that many different generative art. Right, I know they do, but not to that extent. Maybe as last year. What are some challenges that you discovered when, also compared to regular art, right? Because with generative art, you have to
Yeah.
create these layers, right? What's different here?
Well, it's totally different. Actually, I'm working on a auto-generated project, Serious and Cool People Season 2. I'm not gonna launch that project yet, but I'm working on that, and it was very, very hard for me because I'm used to do one-of-one artwork, and I used to have the control, from the beginning to get the final piece. And now it's like oh my goodness, too hard for me to just do layers, And it was very hard to define only one shape and only one body and size for the whole collection. So that was the hardest part. I think that I tried, I don't know, maybe I'm not gonna lie, but maybe 20 different shapes of the head until I got the right one. And I'm not sure if it's the right one. But
Wow.
for me, it's very hard because now a machine, an algorithm, is gonna decide. the
Yeah.
all the combinations, and that's hard for me as an artist because I came from the one of one artwork and I really did a one of one collection. But I think it's cool because maybe I can get some surprises and I can get some combination that I didn't imagine.
Yeah.
So yes.
100%, right? Just think if you just thinking about if we have like 5,000 combinations, it's 100% something in there that you.
Yes, but it's cool because as an artist, it's good for you to explore different,
Yeah.
styles or different techniques or different platforms. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I'm what I also I worked with many artists in the past as well. And what I discovered is when doing generative art, one issue, as you said, is the base body part, right? The main head or whatever. But another challenge that artists usually have to overcome is that certain combinations, even if it's like perfectly overlaid, like perfectly uh, on on the head, for example, if we are talking about eyes, mouth, whatever, that it looks really bad in certain
Yes.
combinations. Like so, how? Also, I just know how we tried to work around that. It was like brute force, right? We just tried. Not sure. Maybe do you have any better process for that, or
Um, I'm not sure to be honest, but a couple of weeks ago I tried a new platform that can generate auto generate the whole collection. You have to just upload all the image and the platform is gonna make the whole collection. I don't know if you wanna make 10, 100 or 1,000. The platform is gonna make it for you, so it's very easy because you don't need someone to do it for you. And I tried to make 15 characters and I liked only one of them. And I did 15 and I was like, oh my goodness, this is not gonna work. And then I changed everything. I changed the shape, the size of the head, the body, everything, because I didn't like it. So now I'm trying and I'm taking the time enough to do something that I really really like, and I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. I'm not gonna launch a project right now. Right now, I'm just testing, trying because it's something different and new for me. But I wanted to do something that I really like. The result has Tears and Good People season one. I really like that collection because, of course, I did one of one. But right now is I'm trying to, find the best result.
awesome? Yeah, there's no rush, right? Why
Uh,
launching yesterday when you don't really like what you did, right? That's not the
you
way.
cannot change it. It's blockchain. You cannot.
100%. Gonna be difficult. Um, yeah, I don't know what's actually going on in the art industry, right? I know that we have these different styles and things that coming up. Then is that NFT collection that moons like
Mm.
nothing else, right? Um, are there, from an artist's perspective, things that you are convinced are trending soon or coming right now, meaning of speaking of special styles or anything like that?
Well, yeah, we've seen maybe last year or early this year a lot of apes and monkeys in the NFTs collection. I think we are very tired about, that
Yeah.
kind of NFT collection. And what I really like, and it's not my style, but I did an NFTs because a client asked me for that, is pixel art. And it's not easy at all. I know you can see a pixel art like, okay, this is easy to make, but it's not easy at all because I tried it and I really like that style. And I saw Monbers, for example, is beautiful and it's pixel art. And I think that's a trend right now. And I think it's arrived to stay or maybe it doesn't arrive because pixel art is six from I don't know when because I never tried that style. But I can tell, or maybe in my opinion, is something new into the NFTs, you know, but it's something that people is gonna keep on doing, not like apes, people
Mm-hmm.
is gonna try to, because it's an style, it's not
I
an
see.
ape, you can see everything with pixel art, and I think it's very cool. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I think the aping was more about like throw your
Yeah, no
money
more,
somewhere in.
please. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, super interesting. I'm a little, also, s- for me personally, it's really interesting because I thought pixel art is that as well because it came, it went away, it came, and yeah, as you
But it's
said,
still there.
it's true. Yeah, super interesting. Um, yeah, do you, how to say this? When I would now say to you, I would like to start making art, or anyone else, like a young artist, right? What would you basically say to them, whatever it is,
Um,
you know?
yes, first of all, educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, and I think this is the most important step if you want to get into Web3, you know, maybe making NFTs or metaverse or DeFi or whatever things that you like the most. The most important thing is to educate yourself, because right now, maybe last year it was different. No, maybe it was different. Now it's totally different. Maybe what that works last year is not working anymore right now. So I think it's very important to really understand this new industry, because it's very new and people is innovating the whole time. And I think if you want to get into Web3, just get into, but with a good idea, or being authentic, because no more apes, please. Do something that can represent your soul, your inner or your true self, as you said. I think that's the most important thing, because at the beginning when I started on YouTube, and it took me 5 months to do the collection, because that was the way that I knew how to do it. And now I'm very happy with that, because I received a ton of compliments about the one-of-one artwork that I made, and because it took me 5 months. But at that time I was like, oh my god, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. I wasn't late. And if you want to get into Web3, you are gonna feel the whole time that you are late.
Yeah,
But no, no,
never
no,
ends.
no, just exactly never ends, because there are a ton of projects launching every day, not only NFTs, metaverse, DeFi, blah blah blah. So just calm down yourself and educate yourself. And when you're ready, just launch a collection or do anything that you want to do, because you have a ton of different marketplaces. And if you are maybe a one of one artist, maybe some marketplaces are gonna fit better with your style. So I think that's important, because if you do something just because you feel that you are late, or because you are gonna explore, maybe you are gonna get a little disappointed, because it's not easy to sell something NFTs. Maybe it was last year, but not now.
Yeah,
So I think that's important, and set your mind. This is not easy. It's like to launch a YouTube channel. You're not gonna get 1,000 views in one day. Of course not. You need to build something. Go to YouTube, Twitter Spaces, Discord community. I'm not a big fan of Discord. I don't like it, but maybe you can find some alpha info right there, connects with the community, and I think that's the best way to get into Web3.
love this. Yeah, in general, it's about provide value where you can, right? If your NFT collection actually gives something to people, and I'm not necessarily talking about utility, even if it's
Mm.
just the good feeling, right? You really, really, really like that art, right? People buy pictures for their wall. So there's also no utility in that, right? So in the
Yes.
end, it's really about, yeah, the emotions you trigger. And yeah, we're not buying something because it's, yeah, because we think it's rational, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Storytelling.
Exactly. Yeah. Super important skill in Web3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Fernanda, thank you for being here. I really learned a lot. Thank you for that. And yeah, not sure if you have anything left to say. Otherwise, I would say, yeah.
No, no, thank you for having me here. I had a great time and I love to talk about art, I love to talk about NFTs and I can spend the whole day talking about, NFTs, metaverse and blah blah blah,
How it
Web3 in
should be.
general. So yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about NFTs the whole day. So thank you. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about NFTs one more time.
Yeah, as said, likewise. Was a pleasure having you on the show. And yeah, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And yeah,
Yeah,
talk soon.
Web3 is about community. Yes.
It
Let's
is.
support each other for sure. Thank you.
Wavect, the web-free software company that understands what you want.